If you like Sloppy Joes and if you like a good casserole, you are gonna flip for this.
Beefy, cheesy, with the perfect puff pastry topping.
You know, Joe may be a little sloppy, but he sure makes a good casserole.
He does.
I've been waiting all day to say that.
Delicious.
I'm so excited. I'm telling you, Sloppy Joes are one of our favorites, and make it into a casserole doesn't get any better than that. I got a tablespoon of olive oil that I've heated over medium heat. That is about a cup of chopped onion, and then I've got, this is one that was kind of a small green bell pepper that I chopped, seeded and chopped, and now I'm just going to cook this until it starts to get soft.
So Chris's family, through the years, have handed down this recipe. They call it juicy burgers. I always call it runny burgers. But juicy
They're not
burgers,
runny.
Well, it's very
just thought
it's
it was
basically
funny.
a sloppy Joe. But you guys, you would make it with ketchup, is that correct?
I grew up eating it, and I mean, you probably had this too, but it's one of those literally like 3 ingredients, and it just transforms. And Mom would, and she still does. I was talking to her, and they had it like 2 nights ago. She would saute some ground beef, season it with salt and pepper, and then put a healthy amount of ketchup in it, and then some water, and then just let that simmer down. And it sounds like, well, it's just ketchup meat. I don't know. It's super delicious.
You used to make it for us. You still do every once in a while.
I still do.
You still do. No, but like in the village or, all through.
It's very
Yes.
economical too. And only thing is now if I eat it too late in the evening, for some reason it gives me
Ketchup is turning on you.
Ketchup is not my friend after 9 o'clock. Okay, so now these are pretty, I'm going to go ahead and.
Those are getting translucent.
They're pretty translucent.
Is it 2 pounds?
It is.
2 pounds of 90, is it 90, did you say?
90%
fat, or fat lean.
Ground beef. That's the main thing here.
Oh, yes.
So now we're just going to cook this until it's no longer pink, and then I'm going to probably drain off the grease. Okay, we're coming together. Joe is doing his thing. So let this cook until it was no longer pink, and then it's going to render some grease, even your 90% fat-free, your lean. So you don't want all that. So I tilt the skillet, and I get a big spoon, and I just drain off most of it. Discard it safely. You can leave a little bit because there's flavor in there. But anyway, okay.
There's flavor in there, Hills.
Wow, look what you got there.
I got some puff pastry.
I love it. So this is just from the can of a 15-ounce can of good quality tomato sauce. This is a 1/4 cup of beef stock or beef broth. This is a flavor punch. That right there is a 1/2 cup of chili sauce.
Chili sauce.
It's not like really spicy or anything like that. It's just kind of jacked up ketchup, but it's really flavorful, and you can find it in the ketchup section, the condiment section, really all supermarkets.
Jacked up ketchup.
The Heinz makes a really good brand of it. This, or a good version of it. This is a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I told you these babies have flavor. This is a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. This is a tablespoon of good quality Dijon mustard. I've got some, for a little sweetness, I got some brown sugar. You can either do it's a tablespoon. You can either do light or dark. I'm going to do about 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And then we're just going to stir this up.
Mix that together.
And all you got to do, you want it to kind of reduce down somewhat so it's not too sloppy. And that's only going to be about 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Y'all, this puff pastry on top of this casserole is so good.
The bomb.
And it kind of acts like a bun, like from your Sloppy Joe.
It totally does. It's amazing.
It's so good. But I like to make a little design on top instead of just throwing the puff pastry on there. So I'm just going to basically cut this up into little
squares,
little rectangles. Actually.
Oh, rectangles. I'm gonna make sure I get all that sauce in there.
Little rectangles.
Then that'll look like this. The Sloppy Joe's coming together.
Look at that, guys. All right.
He's into his puff pastry. Okay.
I'm really into it.
He really is. Okay, we're on hold.
Yeah.
So
I'm done.
So we'll show you how that all comes together once this simmers down for about another 15 minutes. Oh, look at those sloppy joes. So this literally only went for maybe 10, 15 minutes. It's okay if there's still a little bit of liquidiness because, you know, it is sloppy joes. And
Your liquidiness?
Liquidiness, that's a culinary term. So now I've got, this is a, what size dish is this? I always forget. It's a little.
It's like 2 liters.
It's
or something
2
like
liters.
that.
It's a little smaller than a 9x13. You could do this in a 9x13. You just wouldn't have quite as thick of a layer of the meat, which is perfectly fine. You know, we just like a lot of
of that sloppy Joe.
Okay.
Look at that, you guys.
And also, just so, okay, well, I'll shut up. So now we've got a key component to this is cheese, and that is 2 cups of shredded cheddar.
We're not running a race now. You're okay.
I know, I'm just,
That's
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Look at that cheese.
I know.
Another great thing about this puff pastry topping is that cheese just gets all up in there.
It adheres to it, and it really, I mean, when we first started coming up with this, we were like, I don't know how we're going to make this really work. And we finally came up with the puff pastry.
Yes.
And boy, did it work.
I know, I love it.
Okay, so now what we're going to want to do, as Wesley's showing you his beautiful
Design.
artistry, we're going to do an egg wash on top of it once he gets that ready. I've got 1 egg here that I've lightly beaten, and I'm going to add Flo smells meat, and I've got a tablespoon of milk, and we're just going to mix that together. And what that's going to do is when it bakes, it just makes it really golden and beautiful on top, and because we definitely care about that. Okay,
I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying. Just sit back and enjoy the artistry.
So now
cover up that last little piece right there.
You know, again, you don't have to do this, but you know,
it's fun.
It is fun. It really is.
And it's pretty.
And the thing is, there's no rhyme or reason to it. You just kind of let them overlap, because what really gets beautiful is when that puff pastry puffs and does its thing. It's just gorgeous, and it gets that nice brown hue on top. So okay, now we've got some toasted sesames.
This
sesame
seeds. Gives it a little more golden topping. Is that what that does?
That's what I said.
Oh. I was too busy building.
I know you were engrossed in your masterpiece.
Here we go. Let's just get a bunch of these. Once again, like a little hamburger bun.
It really does. It kind of gives you the similar taste and just texture of a sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So now we've got our oven nice and hot at 425. All we're really doing now is just cooking the puff pastry. So that takes anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want it to burn, but it should be about 12 minutes.
Yay!
The time is
so good.
It does smell really wonderful. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I love that.
You know what?
So much.
I love about this is that it's a Sloppy Joe Casserole, so it's not what you call highfalutin. No. But look at it. It looks highfalutin. It's so beautiful.
Look at that puff pastry.
It really puffed beautifully, and I love your design. So
thank you.
It's molten lava, so you need to let it kind of settle down. You need to let Joe just kind of relax a little bit. Let those juices just sort of settle down, and not long, like maybe 5 minutes. Then we can dig in.
Yay!
Okay, it is time to dig in.
So we waited for like a second.
So this is one of those, I like to call them back to school kind of meals. It's when we're filming this, the kids have just started back to school. It's so cute. We have an elementary school that's right across the street from us, so we love to watch the mommy and daddies and the kids going to school.
I know, but it's also kind of sad.
Why is it sad?
Are you gonna get the?
I know I'm gonna do it. I'm doing. Well, see, I'm a lefty, and so. All right.
Well, what about the spoon?
I know. No, I'll do this.
Okay.
It's sloppy. It's called Sloppy Joe for a reason.
Yes, I know.
Now let me give you some of this good stuff.
Here, put it underneath there. There we go.
And all that cheese.
Look at that, you guys.
Is that not heavenly?
Oh, I love that.
This has become one of my favorite things. But anyway, like I said, this is really great. The kids obviously are going to love this. The adults are going to love it, and it's easy to make. It's perfect for a weeknight dinner. We just did some homemade hamburger helper. We did our zucchini boats. We've got Salisbury steaks. You guys, we're doing comfort food for back to school.
We are.
We have such choreography.
I
It's
know.
so hilarious. People must be like, wow. Okay.
All right, I am cutting into this. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at that. That puff pastry.
And see how I don't know if you can see how the cheese just sticks to the puff pastry.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. That is looking good, good, good. Now, let's see if I can actually pick it up.
I am so excited for this. It's going to still be nice and piping hot because we didn't wait that long.
Yeah, I know. That's okay. Is it hot, hot, hot?
It's my favorite. Of all of these back to school meals we've been doing, is my favorite.
Oh, that is delicious. Every time you make this.
I know.
We usually have little chives we could sprinkle on top.
I thought I had some scallions and chives to sprinkle on top. It's not only pretty because just a little bit of flavor, but I mean, it's not needing more flavor.
Wow, wow.
I'm telling you guys, we have been so excited to share this one with you because it is.
It's like I'm going back to my childhood. Oh, that is amazing. That is. Oh gosh, maybe it's like 500,000%.
Wow! Sloppy Joe Casserole got 500,000%.
It's so good. And
Who would've- I know. Well,
it's not like your normal manwich stuff.
no. Although you could, you could. You could make it with manwich, but don't.
And if you want to have a 500,000% Loon approved, then you've got to make it.
And you see, it's easy to do. You guys, it's so good.
Do it. Make some Sloppy Joe Casserole.
Get casserole. Get sloppy. All right, we love you guys so much.